Call tonight's meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Benega?
Here.
Brown?
Here.
Costello?
Here.
Jameson?
Here.
Knutson? Here. Litz?
Here.
Staggers?
Present.
Anderson?
Here. We have a quorum present tonight. Will be led tonight in the invocation by Chaplain Eric McCandless from the Empire Baptist Church. After the invocation, we'll have the pledge, so please stand at this time.
Let's go ahead and pray. Our Father, we appreciate the privileges this country affords. We appreciate the freedoms that we have to exercise adjudication on different issues and decisions and planning. And Lord, we owe a lot to you, and we owe a lot to our forefathers who gave us that freedom. And Lord, help us to protect it and honor it and preserve it for the next generation. I thank you myself personally for the privilege to live in a state and in a city with good leadership that honors the freedoms that we have and has given me a place to raise my children and further on down the road my grandchildren as well. I just pray that you would help us tonight as we continue that process. Bless your men here and the ladies here that stand to make different decisions for this great city and this great region. We ask your blessings tonight, and we ask it in your name. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I so move Knutson.
Knutson moves. Is there a second?
Second.
Was it Jameson? Jameson seconded. Further motions? Seeing none, all in favor of approving the consent agenda, vote yes or opposed no.
Councilmembers Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jameson?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
All members present have voted. The consent agenda has been approved 8-0. Is there a motion to approve the regular agenda?
So move, Brown.
Brown moves. Is there a second?
Second, Benninger.
Benega seconds. Further motions?
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
Go ahead.
I would like to walk a motion in tonight. I would like to make a motion to amend the regular agenda by adding all the following action under new business. To set a hearing date and second reading for the City Council on Monday, November 16, 2009 at 7 p.m. for item 25. First reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, amending the revised ordinances of the city by revising Appendix B regarding campgrounds.
Is there a second to that motion?
Second that motion.
Okay, Jameson seconds. Further comments on the motion to amend? Seeing none, all in favor of that motion to amend will vote yes. Those opposed, no.
Councilmembers Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jameson?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
All members present voted. The amendment has been approved 8-0. Further amendments? Motions? Seeing none, all in favor of approving the regular agenda as amended will vote yes. Those opposed, no.
Councilmembers Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jameson?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
All members present voted. The regular agenda has been approved 8-0 as amended. Now is the time that we set aside a period of 5 minutes for anyone wishing to address the council on topics of interest to them. If they just come up and give your name, and we'll
Discovered
I guess really the only solution is start writing letters to the Federal Transportation Administration and the Department of Justice and start filing ADA complaints.
Mike, why don't you find, Mike Cooper here will talk to you, and then we'll get you lined up and look at that, because the arena, I'm not familiar with what you're talking about there, but talk to Mike Cooper, and we'll get what you're talking about and get back to you on that.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Others that wish to address the council for a period of 5 minutes for open discussion? Seeing no one come forward. Okay.
My name's Tim Stanga. I'm sure you guys know me. I want to thank a couple people. I want to thank Greg for trying to help on some issues on the east side. I don't know how far we're coming on, what we talked about, but I appreciate you listening. Kermit, I want to thank you for being able to speak for the citizens of Sioux Falls, to be able to raise questions and to be able to get some answers for me when I'm watching the city council meeting. I watch every city council meeting that is in here, and I want to thank you for raising questions, and I want answers on some of these issues that you're asking. I want to address that. Last week I watched this, and I told Greg and I told Staggers that I was disappointed on how this meeting was run last week. I watch some of these people on this committee act like little kids. And we have to have time when we start acting like adults, because people are watching you on TV. And when you got one person yelling at one person because he's got a question, I want an answer to the question. And I get tired of watching on TV when people act like little kids. Another thing, we brought out that $13 million on that stimulus package. I think the Argus leader came out and said that a lot of people were against this $13 million we took from the stimulus package because of one reason. That's money. That's the taxpayers' money, and I don't think it's being spent right. We subsidize the pavilion that I don't know, I really didn't want, but I'm paying for the rest of my life. We subsidized the zoo. We subsidize probably everything that the city has their hand in, we subsidize. And now we're going to talk about an event center. A lot of people don't want the event center. Why don't they want the event center? Because that's just going to be another thing we're going to end up subsidizing in the end, and you guys all know it because we don't want to tell people the truth. We got more money going out on subsidies than what we got coming in. There's got to be a time when you guys listen to the people of Sioux Falls and realize that we're not a big city. We don't get paid big city wages. And a lot of people on the east side that I sit down and talk to day by day by day tell me they can't afford any more taxes. They can't afford any more taxes. And if you guys don't want to start listening to them, Kenny, go on the east side. Just walk through the neighborhoods and ask people. They'll tell you, because they're strapped. I mean, and Kermit, I know you know it. I know Mr. Jameson, you know it. I've talked to you guys many times. There has to be a time when we've got to realize that the taxpayers are taxed enough. And if we don't start looking at it, we're trying to keep our kids in South Dakota. Do you think they're going to stay in if they have to pay tax after tax after tax? We got to start looking at things. The people stood up and didn't want that, didn't want the swimming pool with a roof over the top of it. The people stood up and they said, no more. I think that we have to start getting back to listening to the people of Sioux Falls and finding out where we really need it. We're looking at where are we going to put Howard Wood Field? Well, why don't we just put it downtown and call it the Metrodome? Because we want Sioux Falls to look like a big city, but yet we don't have big city wages. And until you decide that we're going to get big city wages and be able to have people to be able to live instead of paying taxes, then that's what we're going to look at. But I'm just fed up. I watch you guys every week, every time you guys have a city council meeting, and I just get frustrated on how you guys act on TV. Because there's got to be somebody that's going to take the bull by the horns and say, we're going to do this meeting respectfully. If you guys got to argue, argue outside. But it can't happen anymore because people watch it. And that's all I got to say.
Go ahead.
Mr. Ting, just your comments are well heard, and thank you for bringing them forth. Just a couple of things on the event center, because I sit on the task force along with Councilor Litz. This city council, the mayor, neither of us are going to be making the decisions on whether or not a sales tax is increased. The proposal is to take it to a public vote. So then at the end of the day, the citizens will be the ones that decide the future of that, up or down. And all we can do is bring forth a plan and educate people and try to help them understand the long-term and impacts, but it ultimately will be the citizens will make that decision.
Correct, and I know that.
Okay.
This ain't my first rodeo.
Well,
I've been through it.
okay.
And, I've watched it for too long. And the people, somebody's got to stand up for them.
Sure.
And if I have to come to every meeting and stand up and say it's time that we start listening to the taxpayers, then that's what we have to do. Because I'm not afraid to do it. Everybody knows me here that I'll speak my mind. If you don't like it, it's too bad. But I do talk to a lot of people in this town. So,
Others wish to address council for 5 minutes, public input. See no one come forward, then we will move into the regular agenda. Item number 9.
Second reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, amending the revised ordinances of the city, but revising Chapter 14 of the Campaign Finance Ordinance for municipal elections.
Deborah Owens, City Clerk. The proposed ordinance revision before you will incorporate the recent changes made to state law for sections of the city's campaign finance ordinance. The proposed revision has been reviewed and received favorable recommendations from both the Public Service Committee and the City Attorney's Office. As you may be aware, the legislature revised a few provisions to clarify ballot question committees of nondisclosure that occurred in recent statewide elections. Summary of the proposed changes are found in sections 14-65, 14-65.1, 14.66, 14-67.1, and they can be summed up in this manner. For an organization to donate to a ballot question committee, it would need to show it is in good standing with the Secretary of State's office or another jurisdiction, including filings that list the names and officers and other officials. And 2, any organization that donated more than $10,000 to a ballot question committee would require to disclose the names of anybody who owns 10% or more of the organization or who provided 10% or more of the entity's gross receipts. In addition, finally, 14-69.1 has been added for purposes of clarifying the termination statement for public officials, and there's been a proposal to cap the $50 a day fine, so the fine will not exceed $3,000 per report. Finally, there are some minor changes for cleanup language. Any questions?
Questions? Deborah? No, thank you very much. Others that wish to address the council on item number 9? Not? Council discussion, motions?
I move for approval of item number 9, Knutson.
Is there a second?
Second, Anderson.
Anderson seconds. Further comments on that motion? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion to approve item 9, vote yes. Those opposed, no.
Councilmembers Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Stegers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
All members present have voted. Item number 9 has been approved 8-0. Item 10.
Second reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property at North Cliff Avenue adjacent to 1009 West Amadon Street from the unzoned district to the I-1 Light Industrial District, petition number 2009-0713, and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. The Planning Commission recommends approval.
Mike Cooper, Planning and Building Services. This is a rezoning request for vacated right-of-way that was approved by the City Council on North Cliff Avenue. We're now in the process of putting this on the market for future industrial development, and so this zoning will allow that transfer to eventually happen.
Questions of Mike on item number 10? Others that wish to address the council on item number 10? Is there a motion to approve?
Move for approval.
Jamison moves. Is there a second?
Second, Anderson.
Litz seconded. Further comments on the motion? Seeing all in favor of the motion to approve item 10, vote yes, those no.
Councilmembers Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
All members present voted. Item 10 has been approved 8-0. Item 11.
Second reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property north of 200 East 8th Street from the unzoned district to the RC Recreation Conservation District, petition number 2009-0915, and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. Planning Commission recommends approval.
Tonight, we have 3 items that we're asking for rezoning approval, and all 3 of these involve vacated railroad right-of-way that was acquired by the city from the Burlington Northern Santa Fe Railroad. We've handed out information that describes the property. The city paid $50,000 for the right-of-way from 6th Street to 8th Street, including the bridge, and the portion west of the river up to 6th Street was conveyed to Raven Industries, and the portion east of the river to 8th Street was conveyed to Sharapa Place LLC. In both cases, in exchange for the construction of a pedestrian walkway, which the property owners will continue to maintain and make accessible to the public. This particular item is owned by the City of Sioux Falls. It's less than 1/2 of an acre, and it will be incorporated into the future greenway redevelopment along the east bank of the Big Sioux River.
Questions of Mike on item number 11? Others that wish to address the council on item number 11? Is there a motion to approve?
Move to approve, Costello.
Costello moves. Is there a second?
Second, Benega.
Benega seconds. Further comments on the motion? Go ahead.
I do have a quick question here. Mike, when the city acquires property, then we transfer property to a non-governmental entity. Do we have to have the public become involved in that, or I'm just trying to recall, on certain lands, we have to have...
To declare them surplus, or if we're...
Yeah, it's just, I guess I'm unclear as to what's going on here.
Again, what I have is that on... The quitclaim deed was recorded by the city on April 23rd of this year for the right-of-way, including the bridge that we acquired from the Burlington Northern.
Mm-hmm.
And then in July of this year, the city transferred the right-of-way to the 2 adjoining property owners. So in terms of public input or involvement, I'm not sure what you are asking for there.
Well, like you mentioned, normally we sell property, but here we're just transferring property.
Through an agreement that they would construct the walkways and maintain them in perpetuity.
Okay?
It's a good deal for us.
Further questions? We've got a motion been made and seconded to approve item number 11. Seeing none, all in favor of the motion to approve will vote yes. Those opposed, no.
Councilmembers Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
All members present have voted. Item 11 been approved 8-0. Item 12.
Second reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property between 201 and 203 East 6th Street from the unzoned district to sub-area A of the Raven Industries Plan Development District, petition number 2009-0916, and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. Planning Commission recommends approval.
This is the portion of the railroad right-of-way that was conveyed to Raven Industries up to 6th Street, and they have constructed a pedestrian walkway that is available for public use.
Questions? Others that wish to address the council on item number 12? Is there a motion to approve?
Move for approval.
Jamison moves. Is there a second?
Second, Litz.
Litz seconds. Further comments on the motion to approve? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion to approve, vote yes. Those opposed, no.
Councilmembers Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz.
Yes.
Stegers.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
All members present voted. Item 12 has been approved 8-0. Item 13.
Second reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, rezoning property south of 230 East 8th Street from the unzoned district to the C3 Central Business District. Petition number 2009-0917, and amending the official zoning map of the City of Sioux Falls. Planning Commission recommends approval.
This is the railroad right-of-way that was transferred to Sharapa Place LLC, which extends from the east bank of the river to 8th Street, and they have also constructed a pedestrian walkway, which will be maintained by the property owner.
Questions of Mike on item number 13? Others that wish to address the council on item number 13? Is there a motion to approve?
I so move Knutson.
Knutson moves. Is there a second?
Second, Benninga.
Bennigan seconds. Further comments on the motion? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion to approve item 13, vote yes. Those opposed, no.
Councilmembers Benega.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Costello.
Yes.
Jamison.
Yes.
Knutson.
Yes.
Litz.
Yes.
Stegers.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
All members present voted. Item 13 has been approved 8-0. Item 14.
Second reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, a major amendment, petition number 2009-0902 to Chapter 15.45.070, Plan Development Districts at East 34th Street North and North Potsdam Avenue, amending Merle and Roy's Plan Development District sub-area regulation. The Planning Commission recommends approval.
The Merle and Roy's Plan Development District is on the west side of Interstate 229, south of Benson Road and north of 34th Street North. When this was originally approved, we did not include what we call permissive uses within the I-1 district, which is oversight, and now the developer is asking us to add those uses, which would primarily allow them to incorporate office development within this area. And we are supportive of this change.
Questions of Mike on item number 14?
Mike, we have a water retention pond down there right on the corner, it'd be the southeast corner. Are they going to continue having that down in there?
Yes, that will continue to be there.
Okay.
That's correct.
Further questions of Mike? Others that wish to address the council on item number 14? Not, is there a motion to approve?
So move Anderson.
Anderson moves. Is there a second?
Second, Benninga.
Bennigan seconds. Further comments? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion to approve item 14, vote yes. Those opposed, no.
Councilmembers Benega.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Costello.
Yes.
Jamison.
Yes.
Knutson.
Yes.
Litz.
Yes.
Stegers.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
All members present have voted. Item 14 has been approved 8-0. Item 15.
Second reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, a major amendment, petition number 2009-0914 to Chapter 15.45.070, Plan Development Districts at Southwestern Avenue and West 85th Street, amending Heather Ridge 2 Plan Development District sub-area regulation. The Planning Commission recommends approval.
The petitioner for this item is Morgan Kohlberg with Lifestyle Builders. The property is in the northeast corner of 85th and Southwestern. It's approximately 10 acres of land area, and the developer is proposing to construct 4-unit townhomes, which under the current zoning, there would be a required 10-foot side yard, and the developer is requesting this zoning change to allow the side yard to be reduced down to 7 feet, which is actually more typical of what we see for this type of residential density in other places within the community. And the recommendation is to approve that change.
Questions? Others that wish to address the council on item number 15? Is there a motion to approve?
I so move Knutson.
Knutson moves. Is there a second?
Second, Benninga.
Bennigan seconds. Further comments on that motion to approve? Seeing none, all in favor of that motion, vote yes. Those opposed, no.
Councilmembers Benega.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Costello.
Yes.
Jamison.
Yes.
Knutson.
Yes.
Litz.
Yes.
Stegers.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
All members present have voted. Item 15 has been approved 8-0. Item 16.
An ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, a major amendment, petition number 2009-0912 to Chapter 15.45.070, Plan Development Districts at South Theodore Avenue and West 41st Street, amending 41st Street and Sertoma Avenue, Plan Development District sub-area regulation. The Planning Commission recommends approval.
This is a petition by Stencil Corporation. The property is approximately 3 acres in size. It's located north of 41st Street and west of Sertoma Avenue. The property is currently zoned for commercial development, and the applicant is proposing to construct a 65-unit, 3-story apartment building on the property. The site plan that the property owner has taken forward to a neighborhood meeting indicates that the building will be oriented away from the residential development to the north, so that the building mass will be less visible from the north than it would be from the east or the west side. The garages will act as a buffer to the north, and so the applicant has been trying to work with the neighbors to reduce the impact as much as possible. And the staff originally had a recommendation not to approve this, but once they did have a neighborhood meeting with the applicant and the surrounding property owners, and there's an agreement has been reached that this would be a good compatible use for the area, the Planning Commission has recommended approval of this change. And since we've had first reading, we've included in your packet a more updated, revised list of sub-area regulations for the multifamily development, and I believe we would need to incorporate that into an amendment with approval of the second reading. We've received a couple calls this week from neighbors asking about the building scale, the traffic. This type of development would actually have less traffic impact than it would if it was commercially developed. But we do know that there continues to be more traffic on Theodore because it is a collector street, and we are working on future improvements at 41st Street that will help traffic access in and out of this area. So we know that there's going to continue to be more traffic in the area, but whether it's this type of development or future commercial, this probably will have less impact on the neighborhood. So again, we believe this is a good development for the area, and the recommendation is to approve. And I know that the petitioner is here tonight if you have any questions for him. I don't know if there's any neighbors here tonight or not.
Questions of Mike on item number 16? Go ahead, Greg.
Mike, was it a three-story or two-story?
Three.
Three? And can I have Steve just back out one just to see the bigger picture? Whichever. Okay. And all the property owners behind it have all signed off on it?
Well, maybe I should let the petitioner address that
Okay,
question.
please, yeah.
Should we invite the other questions of Mike? If the petitioner wants to come forward, please.
Hello, Nathan Stencil, Stencil Corporation, 325 First Avenue, Sioux Falls.
Nathan, I was just checking to see that all the neighbors behind your development here, they're all aware of what's going on and they've all agreed to it?
Well, we've on both sides of Theodore Avenue, and then I believe it's is it Rosemont? No, sorry, Rosemont Lane and then Rosemont Circle. We're all handed invites to a neighborhood meeting, which we conducted a little over a month ago before the planning and zoning meeting. At initial, they were, really appreciative that we brought them up to speed of what we were doing. Answered all their questions. Actually, we've made a considerable amount of commitments to the people as far as a bigger berm, more trees, a fence for their backyards. They're all on board with it. They understand what we're doing. They're well aware of it. They've all had plans. We've been constantly communicating with them by email. No one's here tonight, obviously. So yeah, I can say we've done our part.
All right, thanks.
Further questions? Thank you very much. Others that wish to address the council on item number 16?
My name is Lisa Christensen, 7113 West Rosemont Lane, and I am here to talk about the traffic problems. I've addressed it with the zoning, and it just doesn't seem to be a concern. In fact, I was home for lunch today, and there was another big accident at 41st and Sartoma. Because the streets aren't developed on both sides of the property that's not in Sioux Falls, you really, when you're driving it, you just can't see oncoming traffic. There was an ambulance and a fire truck and 3 police cars, and it was actually very light traffic. And to add more pressure into the neighborhood without fixing these problems, it's very concerning to me, because the way it would be now, they would have restricted a right-hand only onto Sartoma going south, and then Theodore It's just a regular intersection with a stop sign, and it's tough to get through. And if you're going to the east, it's very difficult. I can only see more problems unless these traffic things are addressed. Thank you.
Question, Lisa? Thank you very much. Appreciate you coming down. Others that wish to address the council on item number 16?
Just as a follow-up, when we presented to the city council our recommendations for the development-driven streets for next year, we actually looked at a pretty long list of petitions, and right now the improvements on 41st Street from Sertoma to the TLS Road are in the design schedule for 2010, and then construction would be obviously depending on the funding. So we are working on future improvements to that area in terms of transportation network, and we do realize that there are concerns, that there are issues that we need to work on in the future.
Thank you, Mike Kenny.
Mike, on that property there, there's some other property to the east. Is there any plan to put another road in there to connect it to Sertoma to try to relieve some of that traffic out of there, or is that just going to be a berm?
Yeah, if we can put up the site plan for the apartment. You can see that on the south side of the site plan, it does connect through that area, but on the north side, there would not be any connection out to Sertoma.
So you're going to have to go out to Theodore to 41st, and then over to Sertoma?
Right, because that's the main collector streets that we can potentially add signals in the future. It's that approximate quarter mile access.
Further questions on item 16? Others that wish to address the council on item number 16? Is there a motion?
Move for approval.
Jameson moves. Is there a second?
Second, Benninga.
Benninga seconds. Further comments on the motion to approve? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion to approve, vote.
Do we need an amendment?
Okay, we got the motion, and there's amendment that you have.
Yeah, amendment to incorporate the revised sub-area
Okay, so do we need,
regulations.
is there a motion to amend?
I'll move to amend. Brown.
Brown moves to amend. Is there a second to the motion?
Second, Litz.
Litz seconds the motion to amend item number 16. Further comments, questions on the amendment? Seeing none, all in favor of the proposed amendment, vote yes. Those opposed, no.
Councilmembers Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yeah.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
All members voted. The amendment has been approved 8-0. We're back to the main motion as amended. All in favor of approving the main motion as amended, vote yes. Those opposed, no.
Councilmembers Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
All members present have voted. Item 16 has been approved 8-0 as amended. Item 17.
Second reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, major amendment, petition number 2009-0918 to Chapter 15.45.070, Plan Development Districts at 4100 West Valhalla Boulevard, amending the Valhalla Plan Development District, sub-area regulation. Planning Commission recommends approval.
This is a petition by Verizon Wireless to add a telecommunication tower in the Valhalla Plan Development District, which is south of 49th Street, south of the Empire Mall. This area is currently developed with apartments and garages, and Verizon has identified a location that will satisfy their needs and also will allow them to buffer it based on their design that they have submitted to us. And we do have a representative here tonight from Verizon if you have any questions. The recommendation is to approve this change, to allow this tower to be constructed.
Questions of Mike on item number 17, Kermit?
Yes, if I could ask a question of the Verizon representative.
Good evening. Kurt Walter represents Verizon Wireless, Rochester, Minnesota.
Okay. Thanks for being here this evening. I know because of various city codes that you have to have a concealed tower. How much does that add to the cost? instead of having a regular cell tower?
I can give you a rough estimate, but depending on heights and stuff like that, but roughly it's probably an additional $40,000.
Additional $40,000 for this tower?
Yeah.
Okay.
But in this particular situation, it's worth it just to fit in, especially on that corridor.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You bet.
Further questions? Others that wish to address the council on item number 17? Not, is there a motion?
I so move Knutson.
Knutson moves, is there a second?
Second, Jamison.
Jamison seconds. Further comments on the motion? Seeing none, all in favor of approving the motion will vote yes, those opposed no.
Councilmembers Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
All members present have voted. Item 17 has been approved 8-0. Item 18.
Deferred action, first reading from the October 19, 2009 Joint City Council Minnehaha Commission meeting, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, amending the Code of Ordinances of said city by rezoning property at La Mesa Drive and South Dakota Highway 38 from A1 Agricultural District to the SDN Plan Development District. The Planning Commission recommends approval.
I need to excuse myself, Mr.
It'll be noted that Council Member Vernon Brown will be excused. Okay, go ahead.
This is an item that we had deferred so that we could correct our publication requirements. This is a joint item with the City of Sioux Falls and Minnehaha County. The petitioner is SDN Communications. They have identified about a 66-acre tract of land, which would be south of Interstate 90 and east of La Mesa Drive, which obviously is currently outside of our city limit boundaries. This property is being considered for future development of a telecommunication and data center, including switching and transmission equipment, along with future utility expansion. Strategically, this works good for SDN in terms of their long-range plan. As we sat with them, with the county planning staff, they realize that right now there are no city water and sewer services to this area, but they would be allowed to begin their first phase of development without those utilities, and knowing that in the future, with our long-range growth plan, that there will be a point that city services will be extended out to this particular area. So both the county and the planning, both the county and the city planning commissions have recommended approval of this change for this future development.
Questions of Mike? If not, is there a motion to set the hearing date for November 16th at 5 p.m. for item number 18 for the joint meeting?
So moved, Litz.
Litz moves. Is there a second?
Second, Anderson.
Anderson seconds. All in favor of the motion to set the hearing date, the joint city-county meeting for November 16th for item 18, vote yes. Those opposed, no.
Councilmembers Benega?
Yes.
Brown? Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
All members present voted. Vote 7 yes, 1 excuse. So the hearing date has been set for November 16th for item number 18 for the joint meeting. Item 19.
A resolution authorizing the City of Sioux Falls to gift to Minnehaha County one transit bus.
We have received a request from Minnehaha County on behalf of the Multicultural Center authorizing, or requesting, I should say, the gifting of one of our buses that we recently replaced. This year we've replaced 17 of our fleet. And this bus, according to the others that we would put on the market, probably has a value of approximately $5,000. And this is one that the county has requested, again, on behalf of the Multicultural Center, that would be used for the nonprofit purposes.
Questions of Mike on item 19? Others that wish to address the council on item 19? Not, is there a motion to approve?
Councilor Anderson excused himself.
Okay, it'll be noted that Councilmember Anderson will be excused.
I'll move for approval.
You moved and Costello seconded the motion to approve. All in favor of the motion? Further questions? All in favor of the motion to approve item 19 will vote yes. Those opposed, no.
Councilmembers Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
All members present voted. Item 19 has been approved 7 yes, 1 excused. Item 20.
Resolution of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, correcting the legal description of annexation, Resolution Number 6809, correction 2009-0501, South Dakota, or SD 42 and SD 11-SD DOT land.
This property is owned by the state of South Dakota. It was acquired for right-of-way purposes for road improvements. It's the northwest intersection of South Dakota 42 and 11. And we are correcting the legal description from the previous annexation approval by the City Council, adding language referring to Track 4. So this will correct the previous legal.
Questions of Mike on item number 20? Others that wish to address the council on item number 20? Is there a motion to approve?
I so move.
Knutson
Knutson.
moves. Is there a second?
Second, Benninger.
Bennigan seconds. Further comments on that motion? I see none, so all in favor of the motion to approve item 20, vote yes. Those opposed, no.
Councilmembers Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
All members present have voted. Item 20 has been approved 8-0. Item 21.
A resolution including certain contiguous territory within the corporate limits of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, annexation 2009-09-01-81st Street and South Minnesota Avenue, Tracom.
This is a petition by the property owners, which is listed as Trecom Properties 2 LLC, better known as Landscape Garden Center. This is the remaining portion of their property, which is not in the city limits at this time, on the west side of South Minnesota Avenue. We have been working with them on some future plans to change their development by incorporating additional office, commercial, and even possibly some residential development on this property.
Questions of Mike on item 21? Others that wish to address the council on item 21? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved, Benninger.
Bennigan moves. Is there a second?
Second, Costello.
Costello seconds. Further comments on the motion to approve? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion will vote yes. Those opposed, no.
Councilmembers Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
All members present have voted. Item 21 has been approved 8-0. Item 22.
Report of the October 30, 2009 Notice of Transfer of Appropriations with Major Organizational Units, Memo 1.
23.
Report of the October 30, 2009 Notice of Transfer of Appropriations within Major Organizational Units, Memo 2.
And 24.
Report of the October 30, 2009 Notice of Transfer of Appropriations within Major Organizational Units, Memo 3.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
Item 25. 25.
Oh, we got, okay, item 25, excuse me.
First reading, an ordinance of the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, amending the revised ordinances of the city by revising Appendix B regarding campgrounds.
Okay. Is there a motion?
Move to approve, Mr. Mayor.
Go ahead. What? You make a motion
Yes. I move
to set the,
approve
to move it to that November 16th?
Yes.
Okay. Let's make the motion.
Second.
Is there a second?
Jamison.
Further comments on the motion? Not? All in favor? Vote yes. Those opposed, no.
Councilmembers Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello?
Yes.
Jamison?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0. The date has been set for November 16th for the second reading of item 25. Now is there a motion to
Good job.
Knutson?
Second, Brown.
Brown seconds. All in favor? Vote yes. Those opposed, no.
Councilmembers Benega?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Costello? Jamison?
Yes.
Knutson?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Staggers?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Stand adjourned.